The politics of aging is about how older adults both participate in politics and become the focus of political debate. They are active voters, leaders, and members of programs like Social Security and Medicare. At the same time, they are often at the center of arguments about budgets, fairness, and the role of government. For most of history, families handled aging on their own. In the 20th century, especially from the 1930s through the 1970s, the United States built an old age welfare state with Social Security, Medicare, and other programs. This was based on the idea that older adults were dependent but deserving, and that age itself was a fair way to distribute benefits. By the late 20th century, older adults were no longer seen only as dependent. Their numbers grew, their health improved, and they became more politically powerful through higher voting rates and advocacy groups like AARP. More recently, however, the public conversation has shifted again. Older adults are sometimes portrayed as powerful but costly, and debates about intergenerational fairness have become more common. Policy debates around aging often come down to three questions. First, should benefits be based on age, which is simple and politically popular, or on need, which is more targeted but harder to administer? Second, who should take primary responsibility, government, families, or the market? And third, are older adults in competition with younger generations, or should we see interdependence across the life course where people support one another at different stages of life? Social Security is a good example of these tensions. It remains one of the most popular programs in the United States, but demographic pressures force policymakers to make difficult choices about generosity, equity, and long term financing. When it comes to political behavior, older adults vote at higher rates than younger groups, but they are not a single voting bloc. Diversity in class, race, gender, and ideology shapes how they participate. Their attitudes reflect a mix of age effects, period effects from major historical events, and cohort effects based on the generation they grew up in. Core political identities, such as party affiliation, tend to remain stable, while specific issue attitudes may shift with events. Age also shapes political norms. There are minimum ages for holding political office, but no maximums. Still, informal age norms affect how candidates are perceived, with debates about who is too young or too old. Finally, advocacy and civic engagement matter. Organizations like AARP play a role in representing older adults' interests, and many older people contribute through volunteering, community involvement, and civic voice. These activities can benefit health and well being, but opportunities are not equally distributed. Some critics also warn against replacing public funding with unpaid volunteer labor.